Good morning friends, welcome to LP Savani Riverside School, Daboli, Surat. Standard 8, chapter number 6, Square and Square Roots. Exercise 6.2. In previous lecture we are learned about question number 1. After that we are going to start question number 2. Question number 2 is write a Pythagorean triplets whose one member is 6. Okay, so here the one member of Pythagoras triplet is given below. Okay, so in this kind of example there are three members of triplets. Okay, so first member we assume 2m, m square minus 1, and third one is m square plus 1. In this way you have to assume these two members. Okay, so three members. So our first member we have to assume 2m is equal to 6, which is our question. Okay, so our first member we assume that 2m is equal to 6. Okay, so m is equal to 6 upon 2, it gives 3. Okay, then after finding value of m is equal to 3, put that value in second member. Second member is m square minus 1, so I put here m is equal to 3 here. 3 square minus 1 is equal to 9 minus 1 is equal to 8 here. Okay, for the third member m square plus 1, so m is equal to 3, so 3 square plus 1, 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. Okay, hence Pythagoras triplet 6, 8 and 10 here. Okay, in this way I can find three triplets 6, 8 and 10. Then next 2m is equal to 14. Second question is 14. So for the next example I assume 2m is equal to 14, which is the first member of Pythagoras triplet. So I can find m is equal to 7 here, because 14 divided by 2 it gives 7. Okay, so m square minus 1, I put just value of m over here. So m is equal to 7. 7 square minus 1, 7 square is equal to 49, minus 1 is equal to 48. So another member is m square plus 1. I just put over here value of the m is equal to 7 square plus 1. So 49 plus 1 is equal to 50. In this way I can find the three members 14, 48 and 50. These three are the Pythagoras triplet. Then third one is 2m is equal to 16. So here we can find m is equal to 8. 16 divided by 2 is equal to 8. M square minus 1. So m is, I take here m is equal to 8. So 8 square minus 1. 8 square is equal to 64, minus 1 is equal to 63 here. So m square plus 1, it is 8 square plus 1 means 64 plus 1 is equal to 65. Okay, in this way I can find 2m is equal to 16, m square minus 1 is equal to 63, m square 1 plus 1 is equal to 65 here. Okay, so in this way Pythagoras triplet is equal to 16, 63 and 65 here. And for the 18 it is in your homework. Okay, try it in your homework. Then after exercise 6.3, question number 1, what could be the possible ones digit of the square root of each of the following numbers? We have to find ones place for that proper number. Okay, so let's we follow the rule to find the ones place for that particular number, which we have to find square root for that. Okay, so 9801, In this number you have to note that the numbers are number having 0, 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9. There are the possible unit digit of the given numbers. Okay. So if there are 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9 at the end of the number, means at the ones place of the number, therefore the possible unit digit is square number. Okay, so square root of that number, it is possible. So we take first example, 9801. In this number you can see that here the unit digit of that number is 1. So square root of that number is possible. So of this number square root having unit digit 1. Okay, so because square root of 36 is 6, so in this way you can remember that if the square root of this number is at the end of this number, the digit is 6, then in the square root number there are unit digit is 6. Let's we take another example, 998001 means 9,98,001 having square root having unit digit is equal to 1. Okay, in next 657666025, in this number you have to find the square root and square root's unit digit. Okay, so square root's unit digit is going to 5 because the first digit of that proper number is 5, so the unit digit for that is 5. Question number 2, without doing any calculation, find the number which are surely not perfect square. We have to decide that the number is not surely perfect square number. So for that kind of phenomena we have to assume, means we have to take one assumption: all perfect square numbers contain their unit place digit 0, 1, 5, 6 and 9. If that number is perfect square, then the first unit digit must be 0, 1, 5, 6 and 9. In this way you can decide that number is perfect square or not. We take one example, 153. Here you can see that in the 153 it is not perfect square because the unit digit of 153 is 3, which is not in among of that proper number. Okay, so we take another 257. It is not perfect square. Okay, in this number here the unit digit of that number is 7, which is not in between 0, 1, 5 etc. Okay, 1, 5, 6, 9 etc. So this number is not perfect square number because its unit digit not satisfy our condition for that perfect square phenomena. Okay, so we take 408. It is not perfect square because the unit digit of this number is 8, which is not satisfied the perfect square definition. So perfect square, in the perfect square number there must be 0, 1, 4, 5 etc. numbers. Okay, so this number is not containing in that number, so it is not perfect square number. Okay, so for next 441, it would be a perfect square because here you can see that in the 441 the unit digit of that number is 1. Okay, so it is perfect square because it is satisfied the condition to be a perfect square. Okay, so we take what is the perfect square condition: 0, 1, 5, 4, 6, 9 etc. So it is the number in between that number, so you can see that it would be a perfect square number. In this way you can easily define that number is perfect square or square not. Okay, and also you can decide that number is it have perfect square root number or not. Okay, so let's repeat that full lecture, and you have to revise one lecture 2 times because each question have different method. If you are going to practice it well, you can get full marks in the mathematics. Okay, so let's practice it well. Okay, thank you so much.